It was mentioned, this was already mentioned earlier, but apparently there's a student who is really ill and she wasn't able to make it to the play, so we had to do something impromptu. And Miss Sandhya, a teacher at the school, is going to be playing the part. So please forgive her if she doesn't know exactly what she's doing, because this is the first time she's going to be on stage for this play. And one more student is missing also. So yeah, just thought to give you a heads up.
Our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon. But oh, methinks, how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers my desires.
4 days will steep away in night, and 4 nights will dream away the time. The new moon, like a silver bow bent in the heavens, shall behold the night of our nuptial.
Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword, and won thy love doing thee injuries. But I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with revelry.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I, with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius, and my noble lord. This man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander, and my gracious duke. This man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung with feigning voices of feigning words. With cunning hast thou fetched my daughter's heart. Turn her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And my gracious duke, be not here she before your grace, consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the age and privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman or to a death, according to a law immediately provided in that case.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid. To you, your father should be as a god. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is. But in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I wish my father looked but with my eyes.
Rather, your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty, in such a presence here to plead my thoughts. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the dead or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires. Know of your youth, examine well your blood. If you yield not to your father's choice, then you may endure the livery of a nun.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord. Ere I will yield my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unreached yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me. Upon that day, either prepare to die to do disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest for austerity and single life.
Relent, Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy grace title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermes. Do you marry him? Scornful Lysander, true he hath my love, and what is mine, my love shall render him. And all my rights offer I do estate unto Demetrius. I am, my lord.
as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortunes everywhere as fairly ranked, if not advantage, as Demetrius, which is more than all these boasts can be. Why should I not prosecute my rank? Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Nero's daughter, Helena, and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, devotedly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess that I've heard enough, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof. But, being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But Demetrius, come, and come Aegis, you shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both. For you, fair Hermia, look you arm yourself, to fit your fancies to your father's will. If you yield not to your father's choice, then the law of Athens yields you up. Come, my Hippolyta, what cheer, my love? Demetrius and Aegeus, go along. I must employ you to some business.
With duty and desire to follow me.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses red with it so fast?
The light for want of rain, which I could well redeem them from the tempest of my eyes.
Hey, me, for all that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth, but either it was different in blood,
O cross, too high to be enthralled to low.
or else misgraft in respect of years,
O spite, too old to be engaged to young.
or else it stood upon the choice of friends,
O hell, to choose love by another's eyes.
or if there were sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream, and brief as the lightning in the colleed night, that in its spleen unfolds both heaven and earth.
If then true lovers have been never crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. Then let us teach our child patience, because it is a customary cross.
Good advice. Therefore, hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager, of great revenue, and she hath no child. Her house from Athens removes 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee, and to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me, then steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, a league without the town. There will I stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus' dove, by that which knitted souls and prospers love. In that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Oh look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena, whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue sweet air, more tunable than love to shepherd's ear. When wheat is grieved, when hot on buds appear, sickness is catching. Oh, were favor so, yours would I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye. My tongue should catch your tongue, sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I'd give to be to you translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns could teach my smile such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I love, the more he swallows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty would that fault were mine.
Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place. Before the time I did Lysander see, seemed Athens as a paradise to me.
Helen, to you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night in Phoebe's not behold. Her silver visage in the watery glass to Athens' gates we have devised to steal.
And in the wood where often you and I, upon famed primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there my Lysander and myself shall meet. Farewell, sweet playfellow, pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander. We must starve our side from the food. Till more dear good night.
I will, my Hermia. Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dote on you.
How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens, I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. Love looks with the eyes, not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. And therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so often beguiled. As waggish boys in game themselves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere. For ere he looked upon Hermia's eye, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight. Then will he to the wood tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a here.
Over hill, over dale, through bush, through bear, I do wander everywhere. Swifter than the moon's here, and I serve the fairy queen to dew her orbs upon the green. I must but seek some dewdrops here, and hang a pearl in every cowslip's here. Farewell, thou love of spirits, I'll be gone. Our queen and her elves shall come here anon.
No. The king doth revel here tonight. They keep the queen converted inside. For Oberon is passing fell and wrath, because she has an attendant hath a lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. A lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. She never had a sweeter changeling, and jealous Oberon would have a child, night of his chain, to chase all the forest wild. But she perforce withholds the love boy, crowns him with flowers, make him all a joy. And now they never meet in blue or green, by fountain clear or spangled starred sheen. But they do swear, and all there is for fear, creep enter concubs and ride them.
Either I mistake your shape and make him quiet, or else you are that shrewd and nervous sprite, called Robin Goodfellow. Are not you he that frightens the maidens of the villagery, and sometimes make the drink to bear no bar? Mislead night wanderers laughing at their harm. Those that hobgoblin call you and sweet part, you do their work and they shall have good luck. Are not you he?
Thou speakest aright. I am that Mary Rose night. I just to Oberon and make him smile. When I am fat and a bean-fed horse girl, neighing like a sort of filly foal, hee-haw. Sometime lurk I in a crosses board, and very likeness of a roasted crab. When she blinks against her lips, I go.
Mary! And you, my mistress!
I met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What jealous Oberon? Fairies, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Am I not thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But I know when thou hast stolen away from fairyland, and in the shape of Corin sat all day, playing on pipes of corn and bursting love to amorous Phillida. Why art thou here, come from the farthest step of India, your busking mistress and warrior love? To Theseus must be wedded, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity?
How canst thou thus for shame, Titania? Glance at my career with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus. Didst not thou lead him through the glimmering night from Perea, whom he ravished?
These are the forgeries of jealousy, and never, since the middle summer spring, met we on hill, in dale, forest or mead, by paved fountain or by rushy brook, or in the beached margin of the sea, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. And the winds, piping to us in vain, as in revenge, have sucked up from the sea contagious fogs, that falling in the land hath every pelting river made so proud that they have overborne their continents. The ox had therefore stretched his yoke in vain, the ploughman lost his sweat, and the green corn hath rotted ere his youth attained the beard. And thorough this distemperature we see the seasons alter. Hoary-headed frosts fall in the fresh lap of the crimson rose. The spring, the summer, the childing autumn, the angry winter change their wonted liveries, and the mazed world, by their increase, not knows which is which. And the same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are the parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air by night, full often had she gossiped by my side, and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands, watching the embarked traders on the flood, to see, as we have laughed to see their sails conceive, and grow big-bellied with the wanton wind. But she, being mortal, of that boy did die, and for her sake do I rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our round and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not go from this grove, till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither. Thou rememberest, since once I sat upon a promontory and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back, uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres. I remember that very time I saw, but thou couldst not, Cupid, all armed, flying between the cold moon and the earth. A certain aim he took at a fair vestal thrown by the west. And loosened his love shaft smartly from his bow, as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. But might I see Cupid's fiery shaft quenched in the chaste beams of the watery moon? Yet I marked where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, first milk white, now purple with love's wound. The maidens call it love and idleness. Fetch me the flower, the herb I showed thee once.
I'll put the grill round the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she's asleep and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing she waking looks upon, be it on lion, or bear, or wolf, on meddling monkey, or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love.
And here's a marvelous convenient spot for our rehearsal. This green pot shall be our stage, and this hawthorn grave shall be our tiring house. And we will do the play in action as we will do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince,
What sayest thou, Billy Bottom?
there are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
By ligand or parlous fear, I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a bit. I have advised to make all well. Write me a prologue that seems to say that we do no harm with our souls, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And for more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
No! Make it 8, 2 more. Then written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion? I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourself to bring in God's shielders. A lion in front of the ladies is a most dreadful thing.
Well then, another prologue must tell that he is not a lion.
Nay! You must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck. And he himself must speak through, saying thus, or to the same defect. Ladies, if you think I come hither as a lion, it were my pity of my life. I am no such thing. I am a man, as all other men are. And there indeed, let him name his name, and tell them plainly, he is not the joiner.
Well, it shall be so, but there is 2 other hard things. That is to bring moonlight into a chamber. For as you know, Pyramus and Thisbe did meet by moonlight.
Don't the moon shine tonight, you stay on me?
A calendar. Look in the almanac. Find out moonshine.
Yes, it does shine that night.
Fine, then you may leave a casement of the great chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Hey, or else one must come in with a bush of thorns and a lantern, and say he comes to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. And there is one other thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe, as the story goes, did talk through a chink in the wall.
You can now bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or the other must present wall. Let him have some plaster, or some loam, or some rough cast about him to signify wall. Or let him hold his fingers thus, and through the cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If that may be, then all is well. Come sit down, every mother's son. Rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. When you have spoken your speech, enter into that break. And everyone according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns are we swaggering here? So near the cradle of the fairy queen? Is this a play? I'll be an auditor, an actor too perhaps if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious save
Odors! Odious.
Odors save us sweet. So had thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear, a heart, a voice. Stay thou but here awhile, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus in ever played here.
Must I speak now?
Aye, Mary, must you, for you must understand he goes but to see a noise he heard, and he is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily-white of hue, of color like the red rose on a triumphant briar, most brisky juvenile, and eke most lovely Jew, as true as truest horse that yet would never tire. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Ninny's tomb, man. Why, you must not speak that yet. That you answered to Pyramus. You must speak all your part at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter, your cue is past. It is never tire.
Oh, that's what it is. As true as horse, that yet would never tire.
If I were fair this week, I will only dine.
Oh, monsters so strange we are haunted! Pray, masters, fly, masters, help!
I'll follow you. I'll lead you about around. Through bog, through bush, through brake, through briar. Sometime a horse I'll be, sometime a hound. A headless bear, a hog. And neigh, and roar, and grunt, and burn.
Why do they run away? This is the namblery of them to make me appear.
O body, thou art tamed. What do I see on thee?
What do you see? You see an acid of your own, do you?
Bless thee, bottom, bless thee, thou art translated.
This is an namblery of them. This is an namblery of them to make me appear. But I will not stir from this place. I will walk up and down here. And will sing that they shall hear, I am not afraid. The ocil cock so black of yogi. With his orange tawny bill. With his note so true. With the friend with his little quill.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed? I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note. As is mine eye enthralled to thy shape, and by fair virtue's force the force doth move me. To say, no, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have a little reason for that. And yet to say the truth, reason and love keep a little company together nowadays.
Thou art as wise as beautiful.
Not so neither, but if I had wit enough to get out of this woods, I have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common race, and the summer still doth tend upon my state. And I do love thee, therefore go with me. I shall give you fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee dwells from the deep, while thou present on the stars.
Buck? I wonder if Titania be waked, then what was that next came in her eye, which she must dote on in extremity? My mistress, the monster, is in love, near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour. A crew of patches, rude mechanicals, that work for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play, intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallow thick skin of that barren sort forsook his scene, who Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his scene and entered in a break. When I did him at disadvantage take, an ass's nose I fixed on his head. When in that moment so it came to pass, Titania winked, and straightway loved an ass. This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet lashed the Athenian's eyes with the love jewels as I did bid thee do? I took him sleeping. That is finished too.
That when Titania waked, of course she must be I. What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love's sight. About the word go swifter than the wind, and Helen of Athens look thou fine. All fancy sick she is, and pale of cheer, with signs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion see thou bring her here, I'll charm her eyes against she do appear. I go, look how I go, swifter than the arrow from the Tartar's bow. Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archer eye, sink an apple of his eye, when his love he doth espy. Let her shine as glorious light, as Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Thank you.